Yo, guys, what's going on? Hello, hello.
Hello.
It's one of those
What's going
awkward
on, dude?
Thursdays where we didn't do the podcast last week for whatever reason, and now we switched Thursdays. So, surprise.
Hey.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Well, drinking some screwball, so I'm doing pretty good.
Hell yeah. Dude, that has such an intense flavor of like peanut butter.
You fucking are a screwball.
It does,
I'm
but
a
it's so
screwball.
good.
I
You
like
guys know I'm a whiskey guy.
That's
so
the thing. I do like peanut butter, but man, that's a rugged amount of peanut butter.
Fucking rugged, dude.
Like rugged. You know what I mean though, right? Like you know when you have a flavor and you do like it, but it's just a little bit more in liquid form.
Yeah, it definitely can be. It's definitely better mixed, but I don't have anything to mix it with, and I don't have anything else to drink that
So-
will get me there.
So you're just powerballing it?
Dude. Straight up in a cup with a little bit of ice, and that's it.
He's like,
The rocks, buddy.
yeah. No, it's you're a champ like that though. That's the thing. You're an absolute
Yeah.
champ. Eric,
No chaser, just drinking the whiskey straight.
Ugh, gives me the willies. Eric, how's everything going with you, man? Haven't seen you or talked to you in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, since the last podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, all's good, man.
Good.
All's good. I'm just drinking some Cabernet Sauvignon out of
Wow.
ale horn.
Bougie. Bougie. This is what you're doing.
Bougie
Pinky
bitch.
up.
Dude, it's something, that's for sure.
Wow, and you're doing it out of an ale horn.
I
Out of an ale horn.
So I was gonna drink something cool tonight because everybody knows, that I don't usually on the weekday. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I was telling Dave. So I mean, I'm sure you guys noticed I'm in space today instead of in my normal area.
Yep.
My son is at his grandmother's house tonight. So I'm just like, normally I like move my laptop from my like desk to the other room to go do the podcast in
Right.
the other room. But I'm like, I'm just gonna do my podcast in the living room.
Which is a
And,
lot of work
But
to
but
move
the
it.
thing is my living room's a mess. So I'm just like, I have two options. I can either set up the green screen or I can clean the living room.
Right.
And hey, say hello to Mr. Green Screen. So that's how that went.
A lot of times that's the funny choice between streamers. Like, you could cover the back of you because it's dirty and nobody would ever know.
Hey, I mean,
No one
you
knows.
could
No one
either
has
see
to know.
what's behind me, which is that ugly fuck,
That's
or you
right.
could see the green screen. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's talking about
Exactly.
Shane. He's like, have you guys seen that ugly bastard back there? Yeah, but he's got a great beard.
he does.
He has a great beard.
He's very charming.
I actually
Very
don't freak out. Nobody freak out. I actually
Freaking
got my beard trimmed yesterday, just a little bit.
I mean, just a little bit. It's
Yep.
it's not gonna kill it. A good trim. Eric's having a heart attack. Better break out the resuscitator.
Well, what I wanted to
Cardiac
do,
arrest.
what I wanted to do is, I wanted to start shaping it, so I can make it look a little more presentable.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
I know. It's just, she's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, you've seen my head. It's really round. So just keep with the whole round ovalness. And I feel like that's a safe bet, right?
I just let mine grow straight down. I don't like it to puff out too much.
Well, you've got a little bit of a pointy noggin too. So it kind of works out.
I got a big dome. I'm just gonna say
Big
that.
dome.
yeah, you do. You know what I'm saying?
So we're just going to have to accept that. We're gonna have to accept the fact that on occasion Eric's cam is going to freeze in really funny positions.
Oh,
it's back. We're good.
I really don't know what the fuck is going on with my internet today. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking unplug the Ethernet cable.
No, that was
and see
hilarious.
how
Don't do that.
Wi-Fi is.
That was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, so
dude, look
Come
at
on.
that face.
Come on,
That's
come on,
perfect.
Wi-Fi. Do your
yeah,
thing.
you can do it.
That's-
You can do it. At least we can still hear your voice.
Yeah, we can hear
Wi-Fi.
him, but he's just gonna pause and make hilarious.
Do me a
faces.
favor. Every few minutes, just make a funny face. You know,
and hope that it pauses on that.
oh, you're back.
That's my whole shtick
Oh.
is making funny faces.
He's not
anyway.
back. He's not back.
That's okay. We can at least hear you and watch you in like this really funny 2 frames per second mixture we got going on here.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Totally fine. So a massive amount of things have happened in the past few weeks. A massive amount of things.
Oh yeah.
Where exactly would you guys like to start?
Well, we might as well start with the whole cyberpunk thing. So, those of you that are hoping for some, upgrades to cyberpunk for those updates and for future content, might get a little bit more hard pressed on cyberpunk and the devs to give that to us because they got hacked.
Yeah.
And the hacker allegedly is a Russian hacking group of some sort. I don't know all of the details on this, but they stole the entire source code for Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3. And reportedly it has already been sold off to
What are they going to do with it?
They sold it.
I know, but like
they wanted CD Projekt Red to pay a ransom of like $42 million or something like that. But they sold it allegedly
right.
for $7 million today. So yeah.
So
and,
they sold it to somebody else?
Yep, so they sold it to someone, an undisclosed buyer. CD Projekt Red's already put out a public statement about the hack, saying that they're not going to give in to any of their motives or anything like that.
EA bought it. They need something. They are desperate for something. That's funny.
Yeah.
So
damn it, EA.
That's actually kind of interesting.
They're gonna put loot boxes in Cyberpunk.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna make the same exact Witcher game, but we're gonna call it the Stitcher, and then everything's the same. It's just rendered different colors. Perfect. And then loot boxes everywhere. I think that sooner or later they're gonna find out who purchased it. I don't think who stole it.
Yeah, because it's this hacking group is posting that they sold it or that it's been sold, the source code. So they have to be able to figure something out. I know they're probably using some sort of IP address blocker or something like that, but even with those, you can still sort of work
probably
around
something a little cooler than a VPN.
Yeah, probably something a little cooler than a VPN.
Yeah.
They'll probably still figure it out. They've hired the correct authorities to take action and figure this out. So
yeah,
you might see some delays short term in new content, but they're still going to be patching the game, fixing bugs, and coming out with new content. It's just going to slow it down a tiny bit.
Yeah, by a tiny bit, probably a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of crazy and smart in a sense, because if they pay them with like something like Bitcoin, which is you can't trace it anyway, I mean, it's perfect. It's exactly what they should have done, because now Bitcoin is, Bitcoin's going up on the rise, and Ethan's over here saying Bitcoin, the hell is that? It's what is it, Dogecoin now? I actually, it's funny
Dogecoin.
When this whole thing was happening. Harry and I are like, should we just purchase like a bunch of Dogecoin? And then we tried to, and then we really couldn't even figure out how the app worked, and we stopped. So that's one of those situations where if you don't get in on it on the ground up, you can end up.
It was kind of like that whole GameStop situation, with everything that happened. Is like now it's way too late to get in on it.
Right. It's way too late.
Take advantage of that whole situation.
I don't know enough about that particular stuff anyway to get involved with it. I think it would be fun to attempt to do it, but in reality,
it'd be interesting for sure, considering I don't know shit about stocks.
I'm not a huge fan of losing money. You know what I mean?
That's where I sit with it. Like I'm not a gambling type of person.
Right.
I mean, when you're playing around with the stock market and stuff, like, yeah, sure, people tell you left and right about how much like strategy there is involved with it. It's gambling. You're
It
basically
is.
gambling.
It is. It's
Yeah.
you have short-term and long-term gambling, and
Yeah.
this, the stocks is kind of I think what is the stocks a short-term gamble, and the Bitcoin is a long-term gamble kind of thing.
Well, I think with stocks, even there's I don't know. I'm not a stock guy. I just know
Stocks would be more of a
there
long
are-
term because
there
you
are
never know
long-term
if it's
ones,
going to
but then
raise
there
or
are
lower.
there are short-term stocks too. Like there's
Right.
two kinds. But either way, I don't like. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on that.
No, none of us
I'm
are going
do
to.
know-
not.
But what I
We're
do know,
gamers. We're not stockbrokers.
but what I do know
it stunks.
is that
Stonks.
stonks. Yeah, stonk market.
Stonks.
But yeah, no, I thought about getting into stocks at one point in time, but the permeating thought through my head is like,
Right.
okay, I'm putting money into this. I could end up with more money, or I could end up with less money. And I think
with
there's
no
two
money
types
at
of
all.
people. Yeah, there's a type of people that look at it and just see the I could get more,
Right.
but I'm one of the type of people that sees, but I
I
could,
could get less.
Like I'd rather just stay with the amount of money that I have. I would like more, sure.
Right.
But
It could be
I
one of
would
those
rather
things
have the
where
amount of money that I have than have less money than I
it
have.
could be one of those things where you make your money that you invested on that stock back, or you lose money, or maybe you double it or triple it. So
Right.
you never know.
Or-
It's a huge gamble, and I've always kind of been against it because I'm not really a gambling person. You know?
Or
Or
you take that money, you spend it on video games.
I was just gonna say
That's what I like.
what I like to do with my money is I like to play it in a video game,
cheers to that.
eat it,
Cheers. Skull.
Skull, brother.
eat it, or something that I can physically touch.
Now, granted, I mean, of course, yes, but I mean, granted, there is always still a gamble with video games too, because sometimes
Right.
you spend $70 on a
And the
video
game sucks.
and you bring home Godfall. So
Anthem.
that's
Anthem.
granted, or Anthem.
God,
Granted, yeah, so that's-
Godfall's a new anthem.
Yeah. So granted, yeah, there is always a gamble with that too. But I still own a physical thing. It might be a piece of garbage,
Right.
but I still own it. And it's a
However,
thing
True.
that I spent money on.
I got the digital version of that game.
Oh God.
I can't even put it on the
Poor
shelf.
soul.
Yep. Yep.
Aw, you can't even sell it back.
Yep.
Also,
I'm gonna get.
speaking of Anthem and things that Dave and I spent money on, and now we've never ever touched ever again, and we're looking back and we're probably like, why did we do that?
Dirty Hooker the other day.
Exactly.
No.
This week, specifically in the next couple of days, EA and BioWare are deciding whether they want to permanently cancel the redevelopment of Anthem to better that game, or whether they want to move forward with what's going on. Because as you guys know, their lead developer on the redevelopment or Anthem 2.0, whatever you want to call it, he left. So It's kind of just like whoever was left on that team. So EA is deciding whether they want to cancel that altogether or keep moving forward with it this week. So
They
we'll have
should
some more news for you.
absolutely do the best they can to cancel it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's probably in their best interest to cancel that,
Or
move them over to making a new Mass Effect.
how about this?
Yes.
Then that's good.
How about this? How about they take the mechanics of a really good RPG, okay, Witcher type thing, and then
Well,
mash it
Mass
with Monster Hunter, and then with the flying and the depth of Anthem, and make just like a super dope game.
So you mean like the game that people expected Anthem to be instead
Correct.
of the game that
Yeah, you
Anthem ended up being?
you knew where
Yeah.
I was going with that.
Yeah.
It's really too bad because the flying around I found to be very satisfying.
Oh, the flying was
Um,
super satisfying, and even some of the combat, especially of the Storm class, was really cool.
I complained
then-
over
was
and
it.
over and over again that I wanted a game that had massive amount of depth. I just kept saying it. Finally, when we got a game with the depth, like for map is what I'm talking about. I didn't want it anymore. I'm like, maybe my years of saying that was a really bad
much
idea
depth.
because now I'm Now I'm playing a game that we'll talk about in a few minutes that has way less, but it's way more, and it's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. So the whole like stonks thing.
Stonks.
Ethan just said buy penny stocks on the dip and sell on the up. I've got a friend that I believe does that. And he's made a decent amount on it and lost a decent amount on it. But he said if you keep up with it, like a full-time job, it can actually pay out really well. The problem is, he said it's busy work. A lot of busy work. It's a lot of keeping an eye on things like we do, with video games and stuff like that. I mean, you have to really be interested in that kind of stuff, and I don't think I ever would. However, the part that I really like, is the fact of these bunch of kids in their mom's basements, or kids... Eric, I'm going to take a picture every time this does this. Oh shit! It disappeared. It
was a good one too.
There's a bunch of really smart people in their mom's basements that caused the whole GameStop thing to happen, and I think things like that are fantastic. If you want to fight against the man quotes, the coolest way to do it is to use the tools that you have, and Reddit is a very, very powerful tool. An extremely
Reddit actually is a
powerful
super
tool.
powerful tool. Yeah,
it brings everybody together that has the like-minded things, kind of like our Discord does, or Facebook gaming, or whatever. It just brings people together.
They shut that Reddit's Discord down, actually.
Right. So the whole thing is just absolutely insane, and I applaud them for doing what they did, and making as much money. They were doing
God's work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they brought down a whole entire company. I mean, granted, it was terrible company, but holy
can't help but respect the gusto and the ingenuity of everyone involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't even completely understand what they did, but I respect them for doing it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't completely understand what they did either, but I know some people fucking made bank because of it.
Yeah.
Well, some people bought the stonks.
The stonks.
Yeah.
And
forced
then
other people
also sold the stonks.
The stonks.
And now.
And then they bought more stonks and forced the other people to sell their stonks, but then buy back the same stonks. It's so confusing.
Yeah, it's
something stonks.
Something stonks. Yeah, but either way, I think it's really cool. That whole entire thing.
It made the corpos angry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It made Wall Street even angrier.
Good for them, though. Good for them. I'm just jealous about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man, drove the price up on stocks that were being short sold. Exactly. Yep. That's really kind of like in that one sentence. That's exactly what happened. But they did it multiple times, right?
Like a shitload.
When I say multiple, I mean a lot. Right.
Like a bunch.
So, Eric, I'm curious. What have you been playing lately?
Mostly just Beat Saber.
Dude, you are so obsessed with Beat Saber, and I love that about you.
It's so good. It's so good. I'm like up to like expert plus difficulty on it now.
I have a question.
Have you platinumed it yet?
Difficulty. Oh yeah, I platinumed it like a month ago. But
okay, I figured you had at this juncture. Speaking of platinums, I'm 4 trophies, actually 3 now, away from platinum on Cyberpunk. So.
That's awesome.
Badass.
Are you going to use?
That has been a very, very lengthy platinum.
Are you going to use the exploit that you found to finish the last platinum?
Or finish the last? I've been using it to finish the trophy for purchasing all the vehicles in the game, which is almost impossible without using it.
Do you consider that cheating?
Oh, it's absolutely cheating.
Okay,
it's absolutely cheating.
Like, no, dude, I'm an
advantage of a clear loophole they left in the game, and they still haven't patched.
Yeah, he was loving it earlier. He was just like, dude, you guys have to see this. This is fucked up.
that falls under that category of like that. Sometimes with certain trophies, I'll be like, there might be a workaround or something, but I'll be like, may as well just get it the right way. There are some trophies where it's just like what they're asking you to do is so egregious and so
dude, yeah, and that's kind of how
workaround to fucking do it. Like
that's kind of how the buying all of the cars and in the entire game of Cyberpunk is, because like you look at this, how much money you have to spend. Some of them are like 150,000 each, and put this into account for each like gig and side quest. You get paid roughly like between $4,000 and $25,000, and there's like maybe 50 of them.
And you can't beat the hookers and steal their money?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait for GTA
and
6
selling
for that.
weapons only gets you so far because, I mean, it is what it is. You just don't make enough money off
Dude,
it.
that sounds like a grind.
So, dude, if you did it the legit way, it would be an absolute grind.
I bet you $100 someone did the math on all that. Like how long it would take, what you should do to make the most amount of money.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I found this exploit, and I actually found something out. So there's a way to dupe items in Cyberpunk where I'll explain the entire thing to you right now. So I know you guys have both probably played a little bit of it at this point.
Just a little bit.
So you know those little places that you can go up to on the map and you can click on them and sell your items?
Yes, the boxes? No,
yes.
Yes.
So the way to dupe items is you will basically sell that thing, the items you want to dupe, and then exit out of that menu. And then when you want to go back into it, you have to press Options button on PS4 and triangle at the same time, like you're going to initiate the sell cycle, and the pause button at the same time. That will bring you up to this clear version of that menu where it doesn't accept money, but you can basically buy an infinite amount of those items and it dupes them. But you can do the same exact thing, but for selling items up to the point of how much money they have in their inventory. So you kind of have to keep track of that.
Damn.
But say if you have, like, the best thing to do this with is your components that you collect, because if you're scrapping your weapons and finding those components, you could have like 20,000 of them in your inventory. So guess what? You could be going around and selling all of those until you run out of them eventually, but basically you're just selling an infinite amount of those and getting an infinite amount of money out of them doing that, because you'll do that same thing.
Because you can only sell so much to every box, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
So, yep.
Eaters.
Yeah. So I figured out that, I figured out that there's a selling workaround for it too, which is not explained.
Are you gonna explain that?
No, that's the one. That's the one that I just explained.
I was like, oh wait, what? So just to clarify really quick, on what Ethan said about the whole stocks thing, and then we'll move on. As long as you hold during the rise, and the short seller loses money continuously because short selling, they use borrowed stock. That's all way over my head, but thank you very much for clarifying that.
I completely understand what that means.
Yeah, and maybe I understand so much.
Maybe my title was clickbait. We weren't going to get into details because we don't know a lot about it. We were just going to say, congratulations, guys. This all is hilarious. We've been playing a new game, and I have to tell you guys about this.
Oh, it's great.
I absolutely have to tell you guys about this. There is a lot of different things happening around this game, and I think this is the epitome of smashing, like, an indie game with AAA assets, if that makes any sense, or AAA physics, or AAA. I don't know. I'll explain it.
I'd say it's a AAA amount of sales for such a small developer.
Let's just say, very small developer. Iron Gate.
Yeah, Iron
and
Gate.
It was
but
published by
their publisher is the same people who made one of your favorites games,
which is Satisfactory. You guys seen Satisfactory? We've played it. That is a beautiful, polished game that they are always working on. It's been one of the best. Valheim costs $20. It's $20. It is the best $20 I have ever spent on a game.
And
I think ever.
Get this, it's early access, but you want to know how many copies it sold just in the first week on Steam?
1
1
million.
million.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So if you look at this game and you start playing it, it's a survival game. It's basically it's the 10th layer of Valhalla. Wait, how do you say that?
Valheim.
It's Valheim, but it's the 10th layer of something. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's one of the 10 realms.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you look at it and it's a survival and it looks like PS2 graphics. It really does. It looks like PS2 graphics. Everything's kind of a little bit squared off. There's not super, smooth edges or anything like that. But the game's physics are unreal. The lightning storms are so intense. The way the wood falls, the trees fall when you cut them down, the amount of things that they did in this game are really just kind of almost flawless for this game. The things that I've always wanted in other survival games that they gave us in this one on day one. They could have left a whole bunch of things out and been slowly working on it, but they did their research. They really did their research and pulled a game together. Now there's a lot of, and the map is huge. Holy fuck, the map is huge, and it's procedurally generated. So no two people are going to have the same exact map. That's what's cool. It's very cool. So if I wanted to make another map, we could go on there and it'd be totally different. But right now we're playing on just one map that I
do have to say the map they gave us for the first time is actually kind of perfect for
and it's challenging.
how we're building.
It's very challenging. Yeah. So basically a bunch of people online, of course, gamers being angry at games coming out, they're giving this negative reviews, and it had actually a flow of negative reviews, but within days, could have been hours, it went up to overwhelmingly positive. The thing that people are mad about is the graphics. But this game proves over and over again that you can have graphics that are kind of a little more dumbed down, that are more simplistic, but make a game that has a AAA feel to it. And I'm blown away by this game, and I know a lot of other people are. In fact, I think my account, me alone, I think all of us have played about 40 hours of this since it came out a week and a half ago, I think.
Yep.
We have played but my account still has like 60, 70 hours because I leave it on overnight.
I've put my Cyberpunk Platinum on hold for this game because it's so good.
Yeah, it is so good.
So
you can have up to 10 people playing in a private server. You can put a password to it, which we have. If you are at all interested in games kind of like Rust, but a little more simplistic and already private if you want it to be, you have to check out Valheim. $20 is the best amount of money I've ever spent on a game like this. It is fantastic.
I was honestly expecting the game to cost like 40 or something like that when we were first going to purchase it. I was like, okay, like this is going to be a really big game eventually. It's probably going to cost $40. Nope, 20.
$20. I was expecting it.
I was prepared to pay $40 for it too.
Yeah. A friend of ours in the Winterhouse Gaming community, Derail, he's actually the one that brought it to my attention, and he actually told me about it a long time ago. But the second he told me it was coming up soon, we got it. Within minutes of turning it on, I knew I loved the graphics and what it looked like. It had the nostalgia. Within hours of playing it and building things and making my first house, I knew I was going to play this game for a very, very long time. In fact, I'm trying to get this dedicated server up so we can just have it anytime we want, so we can build. We have a massive village going on right now, and a lot of work. In fact, Shane and Nils are actually on there right now.
I mean, Nils was.
He left. Yeah, he went to bed.
I've always said like a good art style trumps like general graphics.
Yeah, right. And it does have a good art style.
Yeah.
Because like perceived realism at any point in time in a game or in like any sort of 3D space is going to age poorly.
Right.
Because what we considered to look realistic 10 years ago, we look at now, it's like, oh my god, this game looks fucking horrible.
Right. No, you're not wrong.
Eric, that's one of the reasons why I think Persona Persona 5 and the Persona series is going to age timelessly because it's not like that.
5 specifically, like 4 has aged well, but
5 specifically, yeah.
Yeah, and the ones prior to that, but like 5, like that art style in 5 is timeless. I completely agree. That will never be a bad looking game. You go back even to like the GameCube era and stuff. Look at like Wind Waker 13. Don't look at the remake of 13. Ugh. But look at the original 13. The game wasn't great, but it looked phenomenal. It was striking. It had a strong sense of personality. And you go back and look at 13. It still looks phenomenal today.
Oh damn it! I missed it. You froze. It was like that.
You were like this.
That was awesome.
I was just hitchhiking. I'm trying to,
and
trying to catch a ride out of here.
You know what this graphic style reminds me of? It actually reminds me of Final Fantasy VII a little bit. Just a little bit.
I could see that in a certain aspects,
but a little bit. But I'll also,
like I said, a game with a strong art style never looks bad.
Right.
It'll look good forever.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, and what you said about going back and having a game kind of hold up because of art style and stuff. My favorite game on the planet is Brave Fencer Musashi. It was. I have some of the most fondest memories of it. Mm-hmm. But going back and playing it is hard. It was hard to go back and play it because sometimes, Mario, no problem. Even Final Fantasy VII, no problem. But this game was so incredibly hard on the eyes for the time it came out also that even now it's worse. So I have a hard time kind of figuring out, I don't know, it feels weird, so it's hard for me to finish it.
I mean,
so I'm going to leave it in the back of my memory.
That generation of games like that, like first generation of 3D games, most of them admittedly haven't aged well. Like PS1, N64 era. I mean, some of them have charm, or a lot of them do have certain charms to them. Like like Super Mario 64 and stuff like that has a charming art style.
Yep.
Like Metal Gear Solid has its charms, stuff like that. But none of them like 3D tech was in such like an early stage that like they hadn't really figured out art styles yet.
Right.
It was just they just did whatever they could to make a 3D model move around in 3D space, and it's like, all right, well, we have about 5 polygons that somewhat resemble a human being. Let's, we're good.
Good enough.
And that was fine. But like I feel like it was like PS2, GameCube era and stuff like that where like 3D tech had gotten to a maturity where they could focus more on the art style and things like that and really make things
rather than having like a 3D model.
Exactly.
So I really think that they did this game justice by keeping it the way that it is right now. Evidently, the rumor is they actually changed it to dumb down the graphics a little bit for frames. So that's kind of I think that's why they did it, but it's still plagued by some frame issues. But I will tell you that with the amount of people that purchase this game and how positive it is on Steam and this and that, they are going to absolutely keep working on this game. Right now, it's just in early access. I don't know if I've seen an early access have this big of an impact in a long time. And definitely tell me if I'm wrong there, chat. But this is quite cool. I like being a part of this from day one. I was a part of.
There's like PUBG, but
well,
that's not a big deal. Though.
Yeah.
And Ark was in early access forever. There's actually a lot of games that are in early access that none of the games that I played. I don't think I've ever played a game in early access.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever given a shit about a single game that's ever been in early access. But that's just me.
Dude, Satisfactory, man.
Notwithstanding.
Satisfactory was so damn good. God, I loved Satisfactory so much.
It definitely wasn't unsatisfactory.
No. I got a lot of satisfaction out of that. So Chris West says Season 3 dropped in SnowRunner today. New trucks, new maps, logging's now available, and new console and PC mods, which is very, very cool. And we love that game. I did hear that SnowRunner update was about 8 gigs. I'm going to make sure to download that.
Mine's already
have
downloaded and installed.
I have absolutely played Kingdom Hearts, and I loved the newest one. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, the newest one was pretty good.
Yep. June
It wasn't
11th,
the
Ratchet
best one,
right.
but it was good.
June 11th, Ratchet and Clank drops for PS5. That's going to be fantastic. Ratchet and Clank is.
I am so excited for that. That's going to be the first PS5 game, really.
Chug. Every time it froze when you just.
Dave, take a picture quick.
I did. He's stuck just like that. It looked like you were just chugging out of that. That is great.
Makes me look like an even bigger alcoholic than I actually am, which is saying a lot.
Right. Chris West says, I can't see the graphics in Valheim because it's always nighttime when I watch y'all. Yes, the night is very dark. I have to put my like the brightness on the screen on a button, so when the nighttime comes I can hit the button and you guys can see. It gets so dark even I can barely see the screen. So that's where the fire comes in handy. So I apologize. I'll try to fix that. Your net's fast. That's dope, man. I do love fast nets. So I absolutely think that Valheim is on one of our top 10 games. And I guarantee you by December, 20th, when we do the podcast and we do our game of the year, you will find that in my top 3 for sure. But it's too early to tell, because this is a Far Cry year. I'm expecting Far Cry 6 and then something else shortly after it, like they did with the other Primal. This is great. I'm going to put together a montage of just frozen, like... It's going to be awesome. So,
I really don't know what the hell's going on with my internet today.
it's okay.
Like,
it's no big deal. I can hear you perfect.
Yeah.
I can see your beautiful face. And that's really kind of all that counts.
Even if the face is frozen.
Yeah. And I know you're in space, but be careful of that meteor that's in front of you. It's the name of his...
I wish it would have froze up.
Isn't it the name of your microphone?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Got him.
Fucking bravo, buddy.
Golf clap on that one.
I was wondering if you were going to understand that, but it's...
No, and under any other circumstances, normally my like pun sensor is right fucking on. Yeah. But no, you slipped out past me. I'm proud of you. It's not off the
right.
People can slip puns past me. Granted, I've been drinking, so
right.
My judgment's
exactly. Back for Blood. Christopher West just mentioned Back for Blood. It's going to be here soon.
Oh yeah.
I am incredibly excited for that game. Who doesn't want a Left 4 Dead 2.0? I want it. I'll take it.
I want it.
Yeah.
I absolutely want it. He also mentioned Resident Evil 8, in which I played the demo for Resident Evil Village. I am incredibly fucking stoked for that, because
why'd they make that chick like 9 feet tall?
I
don't know, but I want her to step on me. That's all I know.
Dude, seriously. I just finished Resident Evil Village.
Please crush me with those beautiful tits.
Or Resident Evil Biohazard. I just beat Resident Evil Biohazard for the first time about a week and a half ago now.
No,
and
Chris,
I loved that game.
Chris,
so I'm excited.
No. You need to tell everybody it's coming out this year. It's gonna come out in 2021, damn it.
Well, it probably will, but we just don't know the date.
Dude, if it doesn't, I'm going to flip. I'm probably not going to flip, but I'm going to be very, very sad. Internally.
Sad Dave.
Yeah.
Sad
what
Dave.
What are you going to do? Eric, I know you're excited about some things coming out this year. Talk to me.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, of course, the soonest one is Persona 5 Strikers. Because it's Persona 5, and
yeah,
I mean,
it's a hack and slash.
It's got the same effect as Mario. It has the name, so you'll buy
it. Right. Well, no, it runs deeper than that for me. It's because it's a spin-off sequel to Persona 5. It takes place directly after Persona 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a pretty big Persona 5 fan. And,
wow, I wouldn't have guessed that, because I actually happen to be a pretty big Persona 5 fan too.
Nuh-uh.
You are? I didn't know.
You fucking liar.
But no, it's developed by Omega Force, which is the Dynasty Warriors guys, and I'm a huge Warriors fan. Warriors Orochi, Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors. Yeah, if I was in the other room,
Warriors
like,
of Virtue.
But I'm a big fan of those games as well. So having Persona and Warriors mashing together is something I'm very excited about. Like Hyrule Warriors is so good.
Hyrule Warriors. That's basically just Smash, right?
No, it's a Warriors game.
Okay.
But it's like Dynasty Warriors, but with
Zelda.
Oh,
okay.
And then that's just basically like this is Dynasty Warriors, but with Persona. It's the same, like the Masao games.
Kelly, it's crooked.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Omega Force's Masao games are all very formulaic. Like if you like one, you like them all. If you don't like one, you're not gonna like any of them. It's
like Far Cry.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's like they definitely cater to a very specific niche demographic, and if you love it, you fucking love it.
Right.
And I fucking love it.
Yeah,
that's right.
But
you do
after
you, buddy.
that, I'm excited for the Mass Effect trilogy because I'm one of the weird fucking people that's only beat the first one.
What?
I never played Mass Effect 2 or 3.
Get out of here, dude.
Wait,
Mass
what?
Effect 2 is the best.
Nuh-uh.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Like, I beat Mass Effect 1 back when there only was a part 1. And then 2 came out. And I don't know. I was just playing other stuff at the time. I kind of let it pass me by. And then, like, a few years later, I went back and I'm like, I'm going to play Mass Effect 2 finally. And then I started a new game and I'm like, I barely remember what happened in the first one. It's been like 5 years. I'm going to go back and replay the first one.
Right.
And then I'm going to play 2.
Yep.
So then I went back and replayed the first one, beat it again. And then I went to start 2 again, but I'm like, I'm kind of Mass Effect out now, though, after playing
Oh, yeah, you fucked yourself over.
I'll play it later. And that was about 5 years ago now. And I still haven't gotten
Have you ever thought about, like, leaving yourself notes?
I should. I really should.
I've seen someone do that. They take notes of games they play, and they put them inside the cases. So when they go back to play the game again, they know there was a few things that they wanted to check out, so they check them out after the fact. But it could be like a year down the road.
That's not a bad idea.
It's weird.
But I'm an idiot.
Dear diary.
That's where that plan falls apart.
Right. But it's neat. It's neat to like think that they were treating the game as if it was a book. You know how people like leave notes in the side of the book and stuff? I heard that when books were a thing, I heard that when books were real, and people
the books were real.
Yeah, so people evidently wrote in books.
What?
Right. So, but it's
books were real.
I thought that was a really kind of a neat thing. You talking about them books? The paper things came from trees?
Heard about them pieces of tree that were made into thin sheets?
I remember back when books came in video game cases. I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow, those laminated pieces of paper. They put them in them plastic cases with the discs.
Yeah.
Oh, golly, man.
They call them DVDs.
I think that was my favorite thing about Cyberpunk is, I do plan on going back and playing Cyberpunk more than, the 45 minutes that I've played of it so far. But, like when I got, I love the packaging of it. I love how much stuff comes with it. I like it. It comes with stickers.
Dude, so much stuff.
I put on my laptop, of course. It comes with postcards. It comes with all the shit.
I love when games come with that stuff.
Yeah.
I have to show you guys all
it has like this booklet,
and
the first thing I did was I sniffed the booklet because like
it's what you do.
Yeah, it's what you do. It's what you do.
Yep.
And kids these days don't know that joy of like
because
the ride home, sitting in the back
game.
of the car. Sitting in the back of the car on the ride home, opening up the cellophane. Then you open up the case, pull the booklet out.
It smells
that
so
new
good.
booklet smell.
New booklet smell,
so
man.
good. And then it smells like fucking straight up chemicals. It's probably why we're all a bunch of dumbasses now as adults, is from sniffing stupid ass
new car
booklets.
smell is universal. The new car smell is universal, dude. For real.
That's why we're all alcoholics now. Is from
That's
sniffing
right.
the booklets.
I sniff markers.
I sniffed CD case inserts, and now look where I am.
Yeah, look what that got
Now
me.
look at me.
Wait,
Weed.
I got a game
But,
recently that came with stickers, and I think I put them back in the. I never know where to put stickers. Where do you put stickers?
I've been putting.
Guys,
it on
I
my
gotta show
laptop.
you all the stuff that came
That's
with
been my
the
new
collector's
sticker
edition
design.
of Cyberpunk.
I can't do
eventually.
that.
You know, and it's funny
That
because
hurts me.
laptops I've had in the past, I was like, no, I can't put stickers on. I mean, the first thing I do when I get a laptop is I take all the stickers off of it. Any fucking sticker it has on, get the fuck off there.
Oh, I would love
But
to do that.
for some reason, because of the fact that like this laptop that I got, like I remember when I was doing the research for it,
Mhm.
the only like negative reviews it got was that it looks too much like a gaming laptop, that it's too gaudy. And
Right.
you know, most people I guess want a more stealth option. And I'm like, no, I want that fucker to look like a
Stealth
spaceship.
option?
Like yeah, like
Oh,
people,
you know what?
it seems like people generally seem to prefer like stealth gaming laptops
I've
where it just
seen
looks like a normal
Yours is a little bit thicker than mine.
yeah,
A
well, not
little
just
bit.
thicker, but it's like very manicured.
Yeah, and
know,
you
like,
have
it's
those
very-
vents, the big,
Yeah,
huge, like red.
It's very
spaceship vents.
angular. It has like big lines up the back. It has LEDs all over
Yeah,
it.
it's
got the big
veiny and
vents on the back. Like,
throbbing.
it is. Yeah,
Yep.
it is very like
Right.
you take one glance at it, not even knowing what the fuck a video game
Yeah.
is, and be like, "Oh, that's one of those gaming computers."
Yeah.
You know, like there's no mistaking it as a gaming
Yeah.
laptop. And I guess a lot of
That's
people
one of them.
prefer-
Their gaming computers.
I guess a lot of people prefer a more like discreet gaming laptop. Not me. When I was shopping for it, I'm like, no, I want it to look.
That
like
thing
a
is
gaming
fucking
laptop.
ugly. I'll take it.
Exactly. I'm like, I want people to look at it and be like, oh god, that thing's
Hey,
hideous.
have you
must
ever
spent
seen-
a ton on it? And I've been like, ah, fuck yeah. I did.
Too much. Fuck you. You ever see those the original like Alienware gaming laptops
Oh yeah,
that were
they
like
hideous.
this thick and they weighed about 400, 500 pounds? I had one of those about a weekend. Okay, and I ended up selling it and getting something else. But they were gaudy. I definitely understand the thin, sleek aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
But if I have something that has a lot of power, I want it to look like it has power.
That was my thinking with it. I'm
Right.
like, you know, like I'm way past the point in my life of trying to hide that I'm a gamer. Like, you know, I'm like,
Yeah, don't hide it.
I very much wear
No.
it on my sleeve. I literally have it on my sleeves.
Yeah.
Like, I actually have
Track
video
marks.
game stuff tattooed onto my body. Like I'm permanently marked
Yeah.
as a gamer.
As a
So I
gamer.
may as well get an ugly ass laptop that screams I am a gamer. And but that's the thing is because of the fact that I got such an ugly laptop,
Right.
I feel like it deserves to have stickers on it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm
get
gonna
it.
put this big fucking Static X
Maybe-
sticker across the top of it.
Maybe I'll,
And
yeah, but
these,
in
like-
my head it just
and these
holds
little
in.
cyberpunk stickers and
In my head it holds in heat, but it's on the backside of an LCD panel.
yeah, it's on the back of the LCD.
fuck's it
panel.
gonna
And
do?
Fucking and all the heat. Trust me, if there. That's right. My laptop had two complaints in the reviews. It was that it's too gaudy, which that to me was a plus. And the other one was that it's too loud when you have the fans cranked up. But
You're putting a fucking V8 inside of a little tiny fucking Yugo.
exactly. But you know what? You do
That's
see
true.
it in complaints for every single other gaming laptop on the fucking planet, but was not a complaint for this one, which is overheating. This thing will not overheat no matter what the fuck you throw at it because it has a jet turbine in the bottom of it that blows everything
Dude,
out.
that's what
I
mine
love it.
Mine has a button. Mine has a button, and if it's giving
Mine
me
does too.
attitude, I will tell you, I didn't even read reviews on this thing. Maybe one. It said it was loud. This motherfucker's loud. But I'll tell you what. When it sounds like it's going up a little bit, I got one button, and I'm like, you're making a lot of noise, man. And I hit that button for about 10 seconds, turn it off, and he's quiet for the rest of the
Oh.
day. And I'm like,
Oh,
you fucking attitude for nothing? Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
well, that's funny. Mine has the opposite button on it because mine has because you know it does have like you know like the fans and stuff will kind of have like an automatic like you know they'll ramp up and scale down depending on the heat and
Right.
stuff. But it has a button that says turbo. It's a turbo button that literally it overclocks your GPU, overclocks your
That's
CPU
cool.
to like its max clock, and it maxes out the fan speed to top as fast as the fans can fucking go.
Wait, maybe
So
that's
I'll-
what my
so you
button
push
is.
So you push the button and then you just go
Wait, hold on.
It's loud as shit, and it's so
It's
obnoxious.
a one button
and I love it.
overclock?
Yeah, it maxes out everything.
Maybe that's what my button actually does. It just turns the fans on to like 60,000 RPMs. I don't know. I just figured it was like a cooling button.
Right.
So I
don't know
as a cooling button.
I don't know on your laptop because yours is an MSI, right?
It's MSI, yeah.
Yeah. Mine's an Acer Predator Helios 300. So I don't know if our buttons do exactly the same. Like maybe yours does just increase.
If you press Eric's buttons, it could turn them on. If you press Dave's button,
while we're talking right now,
I'm gonna also turn him on.
And it does.
We don't get turned off. We only get turned on.
I'm gonna actually look up what that button does on mine too, while we're chatting about.
Yeah, no, like I said, because like when I pull up my Predator Sense, that's the Acer Predator like monitoring thing. Predator Sense. When I pull up the Predator Sense app, it shows me like like the clock speed of my GPU, my CPU, all that stuff. The dials go all the way up, and the fan speed and everything just goes to the absolute fucking maximum that the PC can put out. And granted, I mean, this thing's a pretty beastly like gaming rig. Like I haven't had to use the turbo mode in it like for a game that like I haven't had any games like struggle on my laptop to the point where I'm like, oh, it needs the little extra push of the turbo button.
Right.
But I like the fact that it's there. Like if it does feel like my laptop's getting a little warm or whatever, or if I just want to like run a benchmark test and want it to squeeze out a couple extra numbers.
Do you find yourself like once you get into PC gaming and stuff like that? I know it's always better to have a desktop because of the power and this and that. I have a 2070 Super in this laptop, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm always paranoid that it's working too hard, or it's gonna blow up for some reason. I actually just looked it up, and that button on mine is for the fan. So if I go into the BIOS, I can actually overclock it that way, which I believe I do have it clocked I think 10% and just left it. But the button is just for fan, to cool it off. Oh, really quick.
Okay. I can actually adjust my clock speeds within Predator Sense. Like I don't have to use the BIOS.
See, I can too, but it doesn't really like tell me anything. It just says normal, high, and then performance, super performance or some shit.
See, now I can actually adjust all of my settings within one center too for my GPU.
Yeah, just shoot it with a fucking Glock 9. Start running after that.
Let me see. How do you?
I mean,
see you later.
Could do that.
How do you share your desktop?
Oh, don't do that. It'll fuck it all up.
It'll fuck it all up?
It will. We tried doing it before, and it moves everybody around on the screen. But you can explain it to us. That would be perfect. It launches nuclear warheads in other countries. Whatever's wrong with me is making me dizzy.
It's really intuitive how much information it gives you and how much flexibility it gives you to like mess with your clock speeds and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
it's dope.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I got to tell you guys something real quick.
Acer Predator Helios. I recommend it.
Yeah, there you go.
Good laptop.
I got to tell you guys about a comment that you made just a few minutes ago about being a gamer. My boss at work does not understand Shane and I. He is surrounded.
Pete, good old Pete.
Yep, he is surrounded by gamers. Now, keep in mind, this is no excuse. Honestly, the guy's I think 60. I think he's 60 now. Doesn't understand gaming. Doesn't understand the hobby of it, the camaraderie, the togetherness that it brings.
Let me guess though, he watches sports, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So he's just like, is that all you guys talk about? Is gaming? I said, well, no. I mean, I like cats. But there's a game
Gaming cats.
There's a game coming out that you play a cat and I'm gonna I'm gonna buy it.
Dude, that makes me I'm so excited for Stray.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. So
Yeah, it looks cool.
he just doesn't understand that. And
No, he
and
wouldn't.
the comment
He's
that you made about Eric about being a gamer and just like, you know what, I'm not gonna hide it. Don't fucking hide that. Why the hell would you hide that? Nobody should ever hide that they're a gamer. That is insane. I'm revealing. I'm 35 years old, sitting in a gaming room. I have so much crap around me, and this is who I am, and that is who you are. So don't you ever let anyone make you want to hide that shit.
And you know, for years, I kind of like I don't think I ever like hid the fact that I was a gamer, but I downplayed it a lot, like in certain social situations and stuff. I think I can pinpoint the exact spot where I completely stopped giving a fuck though. Like there's one specific conversation where like this is like probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I came into work and my boss was a grumpy old asshole who, you know, was the same as that. He's, you know, real big into sports and stuff, but he's just like he didn't understand gaming at all.
Right.
And from what I understand, his kid was kind of like a deadbeat that didn't do shit with his life and was a big gamer, so he associated gaming with that. But either way, I remember this is actually for a specific time of when this was. This is when GTA 5 just came out, like the first time it came out.
Yeah.
one of my coworkers, one of my.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, you do still hear me, right?
Oh yeah, we can.
My other coworker came in and he's just like, "Oh man, I was playing some GTA 5 yesterday," and I'm like, "Oh, I haven't picked it up yet. How is it?" Blah blah blah. And my boss overheard us talking, and he just goes, "You're a gamer, Eric?" And like, you know, real judgingly, and like something just like clicked inside my brain. I'm like, I'm just like, yeah, Steve, I am, you know, whatever. And he's like, that explains a lot. Like, you know, like
wow, judgmental asshole.
But I snipped back immediately with, "Oh, you've noticed my stellar hand-eye coordination. Thanks, dude."
Yeah.
And he did not have a single fucking thing to say about that. He's like, and he just walked the other way. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Get fucked, bitch.
Right.
Like,
right.
And I was like, that exact moment.
Poser.
Like that exact moment, something just like snapped in my brain. I'm like, why should I be ashamed of it? Why should I try to?
I told
downplay
Pete
it? No,
today.
Fuck that. I'm a goddamn gamer. And I'm proud of it.
Fuck that.
You guys.
Absolutely. I told Pete today. I said, yeah, we talk about fucking video games all day long. It's what we're interested in. It's what we love. All you talk about is fucking apple trees and politics. So, I mean, it's
what?
Right?
Apple trees and politics?
Yeah, he's very fond of his apple orchard. He's very fond of his apple orchard that he has out back, and this rock wall he built 10 years ago that he likes to keep telling me about. So anytime,
to be fair, to be fair, I wish I had an apple orchard. I fucking love apples.
I had one growing up.
So I'll give him that. Apples are dope.
Apples are dope, but this guy's a moron.
Yeah.
But
still a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's wicked.
Apples
piece
are
of shit.
good.
Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't understand. And then our other basically my coworker who's like my other half there, he's a super weeb. Okay? Like
badass.
Yeah. Bro, he knows more about like K-pop and like the music you listen to when you have robot ears. And
hell yeah.
You know, he'll talk with us all day long about that shit too, and Pete feels left out. And the only thing he likes to talk about, like I said, politics, apple orchards, and also movies that are over 30 years old. You got a weird fascination with movies that are over 30. So Shane
that
one day
none of
goes,
you guys have probably seen / even remember.
Right.
I mean, 30 years ago, yeah, we've probably all seen all those because that's.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right, because we're all over 30 at this point.
But the reality is, don't be ashamed of what you like. You know, don't ever let anybody bully you to not, you know, to be ashamed of it. I tell people straight up, "Oh, what do you do for work?" "I work for a contract for the Department of Transportation, and I'm a gamer." That's who I am. That's who I want to be. Not the, you know, contract for the Department of Transportation by any means, but the gamer part. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to change that around. I'm going to make that first from now on.
You shouldn't be ashamed of anything that you do, unless you're turning 33 in a couple months and you just started a TikTok. By the way, everybody, follow me on TikTok.
No, Eric.
I saw
No.
that. I saw that, and I just I said, "Let it go, Dave. Let it go."
You know, it's actually a lot of fun.
Jake sends me TikTok. Actually, Jake and Kelly's girlfriend send me TikToks.
Thanks, Jake.
Yep.
Appreciate
all
you, bro.
the time, and I will tell you that shit is funny. Wait, have you seen the fart one?
Oh my god, that one's actually good.
The fucking
that one's
Alexa's,
actually really,
the Alexa
really good.
fart thing. And he goes, Alexa, fart. And she goes, and she's like whispering, and it farts, and he goes, oh, you know, I have to send it to you. It is by far my favorite video on the fucking internet, and it cracks me.
I mean, granted,
Dude.
as I'm perusing through TikTok, as I'm perusing through, I very much feel like that Steve Buscemi gif, you know, where he's got the skateboard over his shoulder. Oh, hey there, fellow kids.
Yeah. You look so happy. Oh fuck! This is killing me.
Oh my god, that was. I hope you captured that, Dave.
I did.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send this to you right now, Eric. You have to see this.
Oh boy.
I apologize that
boy.
almost all night we're laughing on your behalf, but here's exactly
I'm
why.
used to it. That's been my whole life, is people laughing on my behalf.
Yeah, but you'll accept
That's
this
what I'm
one.
good at. I'm good at being the butt of the joke.
Look, you're
That's
so
my
fucking
special
happy,
talent.
dude. You're so happy. It's coming on the Discord.
It's coming in. It's coming in hot.
Oh my god.
I look like fucking
Dude, I love it.
Shaggy, bro.
I love it. Don't
It
worry,
is
guys.
great.
Don't
Took
worry,
a
guys.
big old riff off of some sweet ass reefer.
Exactly.
That's what I look like.
Christopher West says he's 38 and has no TikTok. I have slowly been reeled in. I haven't jumped yet, but some of that shit is funny. But I feel like
Some of that shit's funny.
I feel like it's creepy because there's too many super underage girls on there. And that part is like
super underage.
super underage.
Like all the way.
Yeah. But some of the things are funny, and you don't have to go on there. You can avoid all. Wait, you can avoid all those other, or is it just in your face?
And it does, like, it's one of those things where it like starts to tailor your feed to what you're liking. So if you're only liking the underage girls, then you're gonna see more of the underage girls. But if you're only liking Jason's cosplay videos, your feed's gonna be filled with Jason. And who doesn't want that?
He's gonna be
He's
gonna be here
delightful.
tomorrow. I'm excited.
I love having my whole feed just filled with Jason.
Dude, I miss Jason so much. I miss that fucking guy.
He's
So,
wonderful.
I think we all do.
If I was to
Jason.
get a TikTok, I would not let anybody know. I'd play it off like I don't have one, because I could have one right now. You have no idea.
I'd find you.
And
I'd find you.
B-
And I'd put you on blast. I'd be like, hey, everybody, look at
You
Dave.
gotta fucking die.
Look at this loser and his TikTok. You'd be like, you had one first. I'll be like, I don't care. This isn't about me. This is about you.
But I definitely would only just follow Jason. So there's my two tells right there.
You wouldn't follow me? Fuck you, man.
No, I would follow you. Yes, no,
That's
I
how
would
it
follow
is.
you. I would follow you. I would absolutely follow you, buddy.
Good.
Damn
Um,
it, Dave.
I got a confession to make. I don't.
I got another confection.
I don't
baby.
have TikTok, but 3 days ago I downloaded it. So it's close. It's close.
You're right there. You're right at the cusp. That's
But
the first step.
only because of that fart video. God damn, that guy was so funny, dude. I'm gonna send you. Okay, no, I gotta tell you something funny that literally just happened. So earlier I was trying to find a whole bunch of information for like taxes and all that jazz, and I was on Facebook looking for some information, and it said there's a spot on Facebook that if you end up dying or anything, you can choose someone to take over your page so they can like post on your behalf, or you can choose to delete it after you're dead. That's a little morbid, I know, but I'm sorry.
Right.
So
Okay.
I was on there. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna add my brother. Like, whatever. Just Jake. And it sends him a message and it says, "Hi, Jacob. Facebook lets people choose a legacy contact to manage their profile if something happens to them." It had a whole bunch of stuff on it. So instead, I deleted all of it. And after it said that part, I just wrote, "Don't fuck it up."
Don't fuck it up.
And then Jake sends me.
Are you okay, Dave?
Yeah. Jake sends me something that said, he just said, "What?" And then a few minutes later, it goes, "Hi, David. Facebook lets you choose a legacy contact to manage their profile if something happens to them." He said, "Fuck it up."
Fuck it up.
So he went.
What happens?
He went in there and added me as his. And that's funny. Oh shit!
But what happens if both of you die in a car accident together? Do I get?
Oh
to fuck
god,
up
that's
both your files?
complicated.
It gets complicated after that.
That's
I'd have to hit. I don't even know if you can add more people to that. You might be able to, but who knows? Oh god, that fucking kills me.
Things so complicated.
After this, I'm going to Actually, you know what? Here, let me do something kind of funny right now. I want to send you. I want to send you this TikTok right now, and I want you to watch it live on stream.
Okay.
Fuck, I have to find it. Rusty Carlton? What's that? Stop blind react to this fart. That sounds like it.
that sounds about right. Oh yeah.
That is not it. That was a different face for sure. Okay, fart. Where's the fart one? Damn it, kids. Alright, you guys talk about something until I find it.
Yeah. Hey there,
Penises.
Kelly. So,
yeah, hold on.
What else is there?
You guys are doing great.
What else is coming out this year? I was just thinking about that. There was, so there's Mass Effect Trilogy, Persona 5 Strikers, and there's one other thing I'm looking forward to, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, that's right, Ratchet and Clank. That's the other thing.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank.
We already talked about that. Yeah, that's pretty much the only games I can think of this year that I'm like really, really hyped about, which is good. I hope that I don't find out about more games that I'm hyped for this year because I have a backlog that I need to like. Last year was very cruel to my backlog. I can't afford for like, a bunch more games to get piled on top of it.
I still have games that I have to finish before other games come out. Like I have to finish Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I still haven't finished that because Cyberpunk came out.
Touched Valhalla. Fuck. I
barely
touched Cyberpunk.
I am so sad that I can't find this.
I still need to platinum Watch Dogs Legion, and I'm fucking in that game and I haven't platinumed it yet. For fuck's sake.
Haven't platinumed Watch Dogs Legion?
Yeah, I beat the main story. I still gotta go back and do all like the post game cleanup though. And
you know what? I have to play that all over again.
I said I'm in the game. Sucks. I can't not platinum a game that I'm in. Right? I mean, that'd be crazy.
That's
a perfect face, Eric.
I definitely have to do that. Like, I have to beat it all. I have to play it all over again. I'm actually not super happy about it, but I'm not really mad about it either.
Yeah. I mean, I played through like half the campaign on the PS4, and then when I got my PS5 and realized that the save file doesn't like carry over. I mean, I guess maybe it does through Ubisoft Connect or whatever, but I didn't know.
No, I tried that.
So I just started a new game.
I tried that. I couldn't. It would not work. It wouldn't go from.
Okay.
It wouldn't go from PC to PlayStation.
Oh, that's weird. Which either way, that was fine because I didn't like my starting crew in the PS4 version anyway. So like it kind of worked out well because I very highly preferred the operatives that I ended up with in the beginning of the PS5 version.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this is for the best anyway. But I still need to go back and finish up all the post game like.
I still need to platinum Watch Dogs Legion. I'm like 3 or 4 trophies away.
3 or 4 trophies away from Watch Dogs?
Yep.
Dude, I just got like 4 TikToks in a row. See, people just send me this shit, dude. Mostly because
fucking send me this shit, dude.
Dude, mostly because they know that I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Right.
And I'm really sad that I can't find this because I would love to show it to you. Because I think that you would find this to be quite funny. Let me give one more peruse. I told Jake to actually send it to me also. And I know I sent it to a couple different chats, but so many conversations happen in all those chats. Oh my fucking god, I found it.
Oh, you did?
All right.
Sweet. Yep. Oh,
So,
yes.
Tell you what, though, I just started doing TikTok 3 days ago, and I already have 1,100 likes.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I basically
I'm killing it.
I sent that to the Discord because I have like it's just a video. Because I think I pulled the video off. Come on. Load.
Okay.
Load faster.
Load. Do it.
It's gonna be funny. Share it in Discord.
He'll be.
Oh, okay. So it popped on there. You got to look at his face too. So okay, let's hold on.
All right. I'm looking at his face.
Put it up to the mic a little bit.
I don't know. Hold on a second. I don't know if it's even gonna pick it up because I have RTX voice.
Bye, honey.
Oh, I can hear it. Yeah. Keep watching. We can't hear anymore, but that's okay.
Cheeky play.
I can just in my head I can just fucking hear it, dude. I can just the look on the fucking guy's face. Chris West, I shared that to the Discord. Go look in everything meme.
Oh god, that's gold.
Beast.
That is pure gold.
I just tagged you in it, Chris. Dude, that is funny. The look on the guy's face. Oh yeah.
Alexa, give me a big fart.
Give me a big fart. No, give me explosive fart. No, give me. Holy fuck.
So stupid. God.
Oh my god. I don't know why, man. I don't know if it's not even just the fart thing. It's just the sound of his voice and the look on his face just fucking kills me.
It's like he was getting off to it almost. You know what I mean? Like it almost seems like that was his thing, you know?
Yeah. It's funny. All right, guys, we're gonna head out. Thank you very much for hanging out, chilling. We really appreciate that, Eric. It's always a pleasure seeing you, man. We fucking love you right to death.
And likewise,
dude. I'm glad we were actually able to get a good podcast in. Right. You know,
I just realized for a gamer, I don't have enough LEDs in the back over here.
No, you don't.
I don't have any in that direction.
Do you even LED, bro?
You even LED, bro.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out and chilling with us. Chris West, go watch that video. It's hilarious. Unless you think I'm just an idiot because I like farts. All right. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.